Explosive diarrhea. Please excuse the smell. Explosive diarrhea. My butthole burns like a cake to hell. Explosive diarrhea. Yes, I know it's foul. Find another bathroom. I'm gonna be here for a while.
Are you ready for some footballs?
We got this. We'll get some of this in, and then we got Balmer joining us.
Joe,
give him a link.
have you gone so far in the jersey purchasing that you just bought one for wheat? You're like, look, it's just wheat. I love wheat.
This is the Brandon Wheat Kings.
It sounds somehow like Big Wheat is making a killing owning hockey teams in the WHL.
Maybe they're Brandon is I think a suburb. It's outside of Winnipeg.
Yeah, and it's what it's I guess what the Trump supporters want. They want Brandon to do well.
Yeah, let's go, Brandon.
22. It's a Tutu. Is the guy's name Tutu, or you just put Tutu?
Jordan Tutu. He's retired from the NHL now, but
he was
tough as nails.
Tutu?
Yeah, his last name was Tutu, Tootoo, and his number was 22.
Tutu.
Yeah, is that a coincidence? Like his last name was Tutu, and then his jersey was 22.
Did he ever
T-O-O, and then T-W-O-T-W-O.
Did he ever wear a tutu?
I'm sure maybe on a crazy Friday night or something.
We all do. Joe,
not saying we don't.
I put my camera at a new angle. I'm trying this out because our good friend Kevin Brennan was like, I can see when you're looking at naughty pictures.
Oh.
Reflection on these.
Why are you looking at naughty pictures during a taping?
What?
Like you can't keep your
No, I was just like, I was talking to you, and then I was like, why did I get this thing saying that there's lonely housewives? And I had to check it. I don't want people to be lonely, Joe.
You wonder why you get crazy people from around the world.
Joe.
Because you're opening emails.
Listen, have you ever been lonely?
Never.
These housewives are lonely. And
you gotta take care of them.
I've got to take care of them. I at least gotta.
There's lonely grandmothers in your neighborhood.
In my area.
In your area that need.
How do I know unless I open that email? Is it legit? Am I getting a virus? I don't know, but look, man, I need to find out because I'm here to help. That's all.
You can't stop looking at porn for an hour and a half while we record. Like what kind of
I really wasn't. I can.
Like what kind of problem? What kind of problem do you have?
No,
while we are doing a podcast, you are still consuming.
Right. I don't have. It's not that bad. It's borderline that bad. But I really was just like, what is this? Oh, it's those lonely housewives. Well, let me just inspect this picture, and then I did.
Well, let's dive into that. They're lonely housewives, which means they're married, which means that they should be off the market to you because you're not a homewrecker.
Well, apparently their husband is not keeping them from being lonely. I just wanted to see if it was real. That's all. That's all, Joe.
So as a 53-year-old man,
55,
you thought you were just getting a random email from just some lonely housewives.
Hang on,
whose husband is like a quadriplegic and just wants his wife to be happy and satisfied.
Joe, I just got another one. Should I click on it?
Yeah, you might as well.
Okay. Ukrainian housewives. Seems legit. It seems legit. Searching for singles is what it's called.
Man alive, you have really dug yourself into a hole.
That lady, I don't think so. Okay, this lady's definitely not married. Anyway, I mean,
You're like, this lady's definitely not married. It looks like she's widowed from a long time ago.
it looks like her husband killed himself.
Oh, Lord.
That's mean.
It is
Guys, hey, intro/catch-up. Christmas party, summer barbecue food. What? Dude, I'm really good at segues. Have you ever
that was
written a
last
segue?
week, and we already talked about that,
Well,
dummy.
you didn't update it. I updated it. I said, Joe, please release the Forbidden podcast. And you said no. And then I said yes.
Yeah, no, we're not releasing the Forbidden podcast.
You're just making people want it more, Joe. That's all you're doing.
That's okay.
That's all
okay.
they want. It's real good, guys. It is.
You know what?
It's probably the best podcast we ever made.
Reese, I'm going to throw something out that's going to blow your mind.
Yeah.
You know what I've been thinking hard about this whole week?
No. Sandwiches.
Ending
Everybody loves
Patreon.
them. Sandwiches. Joe, we just reconfigured everything. Can we give it a minute? Why do you want to end it? You just want to do this for free?
Yeah, I just want to do it for free.
Joe,
Well,
I'm
here's
on
what
a
sucks.
fixed
Here's what sucks.
income. I'm a widower.
Here's what sucks. We have fees that we have to pay, right? We do have website fees and hub for the podcast and all that stuff. So we have that, which roughly equals. And then the other thing is Daniel. Like Daniel takes time to edit it, right?
Yes. Daniel needs the money. He's underpaid for the amount of work he has.
So
to
like
do.
that is where the impasse is like we do have some costs associated with the show.
You think I'm getting all my 5 Iron Frenzy royalties and I don't need it?
Yeah. And so I'm thinking like we do have some costs associated with the show, but do I eat that cost as a labor of love?
Yeah, you do.
Because I'm thinking like I don't want to charge anymore.
I think you moved in with your wife and now you have 2 incomes and you're just like, dinner's on me. Everybody, okay, keep it low, but dinner's on me. Everybody, 2 drink minimum, maximum. I'm at maximum, 2 drink maximum, and dinner's on me. All right, that's where you're at right now.
Yeah, just throwing it. I'm just picking my nose at $5 bills.
Yeah,
I don't know.
5 in there.
Because here's the thing, man. I started thinking this week, like while I was driving around in my roofing gig, I'm driving around and I'm just thinking of the good old days. I'm thinking of, punk rock decisions we made as youngsters.
Yeah.
And how we did things our way. Oh,
what?
Dogs are fighting downstairs.
You know what you do when dogs are fighting? You get right in the middle. That's how you break it up. You shove your hand in between their canines.
Yeah.
They'll stop.
Yeah,
Get down there, Joe.
I think Heidi jumped in there. So
Joe.
I started thinking about the punk rock days, man. And I'm like, it started eating at me. And then I'm thinking like, we have 2 pages of people that pay.
That's That's paying the bills.
Yeah, I know. I know.
If I'm like, I need a new plugin to make my rock music, that's where I go. It comes out of that. I just got a new plugin, Joe. I get this plugin. It's AI, and it sings background vocals for you, and it's super cool.
Yeah, I know.
You should get it. You should sing. You should get it, and it'll sing background vocals for you. It'll be like, Ave Maria.
Yeah, because to just finish my thought.
Okay, that was not the finish.
No, because I'm thinking
more?
like, I started thinking like, okay, we have fun and we give people the freebie, and then we have like great interviews.
Yeah, but
and only the
working, Joe.
and
This is
only
working.
the 300 people or whatever that pay get to hear those.
The other people that can't afford $2 a month. Is that who you're worried about?
But see, Reese, that's what you just did. You just crossed out of punk rock, and 500 Frenzy has always been a bastion, has always been a lighthouse in the darkness for punk rock and DIY.
We have.
And you just accused not every because people can't pay $2. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I started.
Joe, are you becoming a socialist?
No, I started. No, not at all.
Happening? Joe, it sounds like socialism. It sounds like
punk rock capitalism.
I don't think those things go together. It sounds very socialistic.
So I'm thinking like, I don't know, man. It didn't sit right with me this week. And I want like those that have been paid their $10. I want to like write all their names down as far as today, and then be like, if we ever change Patreon in the future, these people that are the $10 donors, they will be interviewed on the show. But like after that, it's like I want to give it away. I want to echo the words of Sir Anthony Kiedis and say, give it away now.
Let's let people weigh in on this. Let's let them weigh in because they're probably
let's let the listeners weigh in. They're gonna be like, yeah, give it away.
Money. I'll give more money for this. Listen, guys, sometimes you can see naughty pictures in my reflections. Yeah. It's worth it right there.
We're seeing naughty pictures and then we don't see your hands. That's what's weird.
Well, what? No, it's not weird. It's natural. Look, you can't love others unless you first love yourself, Joe.
How about you zip off a thing to Balmer?
Oh, I do that right now, or is this the paid part?
Well, we're just kind of, doing whatever right now. We can always come back to this and add on to it. But if
he's on Pacific time, he's probably still at work.
No, he said he wants to go at 8 o'clock our time, which is 5 o'clock his time.
Yeah, that guy doesn't even have a job. He's living on his Plankeye royalties.
Well, we're gonna find out. That's one of our questions. Do you have a job, or are you living off Plankeye royalties?
I don't know how to do it, man. I don't at all. What's his email address? Why don't you tell everybody who's listening?
Well, I texted it to you.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I thought it would be cooler if you just read it.
Oh, maybe I didn't text it to you.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, I didn't. I'm sorry. Yes, I did. I did text it to you. Yesterday at 4:24 in the afternoon.
I'll tell you what I was doing at 4:24 in the afternoon.
Reading torrid emails while I work, probably, because you got a problem.
I was trying to work. I was trying to make rock music. You did not, Joe.
Here, how about you stop this one, send him the link, and then open our next one. So when he joins, that's already established.
Joe, the last one you sent was that's today. Yesterday? So you're saying yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it. You did send it.
Yeah.
Okay. And pause. Hey, Joe. Oh, hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Pickle Boot Shop. I'm your host, Joe Yerke, and this always is with me is Reese Roper. Is that fine?
Eric, sorry about this.
I didn't know what I was getting myself into there.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's something. What are you drinking there? You got to do a little coffee, a little cafe?
Well, it's 5 o'clock, so it's actually called white needle tea.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and that's the ad for white needle tea.
What's in white needle tea?
I think it's pine needles.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, it's like gin tea without gin.
Honestly, if I told you, I'm embarrassed to tell you why I'm drinking it. But
now you gotta.
Oh gosh, I'm a victim of advertising. You know, they're like, you know, if you got that COVID jab and you got those spike proteins, the pineal tea can help you out. So I was like, let's go. It's not gonna hurt.
Let's do it. Did you go to your local dealer for that, or is that an Amazon purchase?
That was Bezos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So apparently it has all kinds of like healthy benefits. So I thought, why not?
Is it delicious?
You know what? Why make it if you can't spend
Doesn't really taste like offensive. It's pretty. I don't know. It's basically like mildly flavored hot water.
Mildly subversive hot water.
Correct. Yeah, it's gonna kick the butt out of the spike protein.
Yeah, you get them.
Those pineals in my system are just going to work right now.
Oh my goodness! What a lucky fella.
There's like a ninja battle happening right now in my body as I drink. It's just like they're just killing people. Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Back to these books. So Reese hadn't again. Two interviews in a row where he didn't hit record. We were talking about
it's going now.
You look like you're like a wizard in training with all those books. You look like in a medieval.
Yes.
Like you're in a medieval tower with just books.
There's a lot. I got a lot of them. It's
a job, or are they? Like entertainment reading?
Yeah, it's the whole thing. I mean, ever since, I don't even know if you remember, even back in the Plankeye days, I was a big reader.
Who?
I was
Just kidding, ladies and gentlemen. Eric Balmer's from Plankeye. Continue.
And then, I went on in life and I actually ended up doing a PhD. So I spent a lot. Yeah, so I spent a lot.
Dr. Eric Balmer.
That's correct.
What's your PhD in?
It's in philosophical theology.
Jeepers.
Holy
so that's probably, I've collected a lot over the years, and so that's why I have a lot of books.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just started reading is it pronounced Bonhoeffer?
Bonhoeffer. Yeah.
Dietrich Bonhoeffer. I'm listening to the audiobook. I've always called him Bonhoeffer. And I'm listening to his audiobook. The pastor, martyr, spy.
Yes,
that's good.
The Metaxas book.
Yes. So I started that today while I was at work driving around, and so I was listening to that, and they were calling him Bonhoeffer.
Maybe that's right. I don't know.
And I didn't like it. They said the out makes it the ooh. Bonhoeffer.
Well, just Hoofer. I think at this point it's okay to call him Bonhoeffer.
Okay, good. I didn't want to be like the person who comes on and is like, yes, I like quesadillas. And you're like, no, dude, it's a quesadilla.
Yeah, I think if you called someone Bonhoeffer, they'd think you're really pretentious. You're safe to call him Bonhoeffer.
I took 4 years of German. It's Bonhoeffer.
There it is.
It's not
Hoofer. You got to roll the B somehow.
It's like kind of U and O combined. Hey.
So, Eric, we have you on the show.
Yeah.
We've talked about I don't know if you even knew that we did this. Probably not. We get about 7 listens a week.
I just woke up this morning.
My parents listened to it twice. But basically, Reese Roper sings for a band called Five Iron. I used to sing in a band called The Insiders. And yeah, we hit it off. The two of us hit it off, and then we thought, hey, all these other people started these side projects, and we're like, we should start a side project, but instead of a band, we should start a brick and mortar, and we should sell pickles and boots.
Ooh.
And so it was always a dream that as we toured, we thought when we're done touring, we would have a pickle and boot shop.
Boots.
Yeah,
pickles and boots.
He'd probably be more successful with pickles and booze.
Or boobs.
That's a great idea, Joe.
Yeah, we really sold ourselves short on our inventory.
Yeah.
We could somehow make the T into a Z and a B.
Yeah.
And then people will be like,
This
wait.
is what happens, Reese, when I have an associate's, you have a bachelor's, and we talk to a doctor.
There you go.
Automatically, things start clicking.
Perfect.
So we ended up starting this thing during COVID, and and it just kind of kept going. People enjoy listening to it. I'm itching my nose. Reese always says I'm always picking my nose. I'm itching it because my mustache.
It looks like you're picking it when you itch it. It's so crazy.
And we talked. This whole thing started about '90s Christian culture, touring, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so Insiders and Plankeye, we've toured. We did a big old tour together.
Indeed.
And you were the first person. I'm going to start this interview off by saying you are the first person with the wackiest eye I've ever seen in my life.
You have like part of your sclera going into your iris.
Yeah.
Do you remember this, Eric?
Do you know
I
that you?
thought. Okay,
Eric,
I remember.
you know that you have this with your. Are we breaking the news to you?
Say more.
Eric, you have an eye where your pupil.
Yes.
Your pupil kind of like bleeds over into the colored area of your eye.
Okay.
Is that it?
Are you,
Is it your sclera, the white part that goes into the iris? I can't even see it.
Can you
This is how lo-fi Zencaster is.
did actually are you think I did have eye surgery earlier this year to fix something in my eye, if that's what you're referring to.
Oh, you
You
did?
did?
Was that it?
No, that's not what I'm referring. I remember when we used to tour, your eye, like the color part of your eye, like a donut. It's not a donut. It had like
It's called an iris.
your pupil kind of bled
Sclera.
over into it, didn't it? Am I making
white
this up?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm shocked.
Oh my God.
I'm shocked. I think you would know, Eric. I think
Yes, I don't even. I mean, that was so long ago. I probably had nice eyes back then.
They were very nice. Sometimes I would gaze into them long.
Yeah, it's interesting what we remember about people from 20-something, 25, 30 years ago.
Oh, I would hate to know what people remember about me. I would hate to. I was Eric. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been terrified when I sent out the text. Would you be on the show? And you said yes. Yeah. I thought for sure you were gonna be no, because I thought you'd be like, that guy is the biggest dweeb, like. And so I just remember the most, like being a 47-year-old Christian now, 47 years old, raised daughters. I have a 20-year-old. I have an 18-year-old. You know, you look back at stuff you did growing up and you're embarrassed of it.
Of course.
And I remember there was conversations that we had on tour and stuff. And I was embarrassed of who I was. And so like with this coming up today, this is going to blow your mind. I wanted to have a Newcastle brown ale.
There you go.
To drink.
Yeah.
Because the first night that we toured with you guys, the very first night we met up and like had like a conversation, you were going to have a party and I remember you were like, I can't wait. I'm going to crack into a Newcastle brown ale.
Oh yeah.
And I just remember being shocked.
Yeah.
That a Christian was going to be drinking a beer.
Yeah.
I was blown away by it. We were these Midwest kids, Bible Belt kids from Michigan, going out to California with you California Christians.
Yeah.
And I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. And then fast forward like 15 years, I was 30 years old. So it wasn't 15, say like 10 years. I was 30 years old when I had my first drink.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this, the first beer I wanted to try was a Newcastle brown ale because of you. Because of you.
Oh my goodness. Well,
yeah.
But
Was it worth it?
It wasn't a
Joe?
Newcastle.
It wasn't. Yeah, you're like, no, it wasn't. It was no. I remember because
heroin, Joe. I need you to try it.
Yeah.
I actually haven't had a Newcastle brown ale probably since back then. So I got to revisit that.
Yeah.
I actually don't even see him around anymore.
You know what? Now that
Newcastle?
you say that, that was the thing. Because I was like, oh, I'm going to stop and get one. And I went into the grocery store on my way home, and I started looking. And you're right, I couldn't see it, and I was like, I'll just go with the Labatt's. And so I grabbed the Labatt's.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, yeah. But
Pine needles.
the good
Now
old,
look at me. I'm drinking white pine needle tea.
yeah, we've come so far. You're looking down your nose at me for drinking a Labatt while you're drinking a pine needle tea. Oh, well, again, man, we want to thank you so much for coming on and wasting your time with us. What time did you just get off work there?
No, MLK.
Oh, you gotta. What do you do for a living with a PhD in?
Well, I was teaching at a university called Loyola Marymount in
yeah.
LA.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I taught there for about 8 years. And then this kind of startup private school.
Jesuits.
Just correct. Yeah. And then, so then this private school asked me to come teach for them that Luis Garcia worked at.
Your old bass player.
So Luis and I are still really good friends. And
That's
That's
sweet.
awesome.
yeah. And he helped start this school. And then he said, hey, you should come check it out. And I just said, no chance. I'm not teaching high schoolers. And then about like a year later, they just said, hey, come on, just check it out. Come over. And I went over, and I just was really compelled by what they were doing. And I kind of felt kind of called to go there. And so it was more than just a job. It was kind of like, this is something to invest my life in. And so, I did it. And this is my 8th year at that school. And it was challenging because I had to go from teaching college to high schoolers. The high schoolers are good kids. They're smart kids, but they're still high schoolers, right? So it's just a different energy. So it was challenging the first year, and then I adjusted, and I'm really, really grateful for the job. I love it. I feel like I'm doing important work, and I've actually been offered a couple of jobs recently, and that would be easier and nicer for me in my life, but I just don't feel released from being there. So I'm like, no, I'm not going. I'm going to stay here.
That's
cool, man.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's so rad.
What? And then what do you teach them? Like, what are your classes?
I teach history,
Jim.
philosophy, and theology.
That's rad.
Yeah. So like right now, I just taught them a philosopher called Thomas Hobbes. He's a philosopher that was writing.
Of Calvin and Hobbes fame.
Well, actually, that's true.
It's true because it's
You're half
John
true.
Calvin
He was a
and,
Calvinist.
Thomas Hobbes.
He was named after that cartoon character was named after Hobbes. And then we also so that's just setting them up for they're going to learn about the English Civil Wars and the Glorious Revolution. So that's what I'm teaching right now. I basically teach like early modern history, philosophy, theology, so Reformation, stuff like that. And I also teach econ. That's not
So
really.
So are you like when you're at like a private school? Are they like, we got you for this, but we need someone to teach this and this? Can you?
That was kind of the thing with the econ class. I mean, all the teachers that they hire are like sort of like really, really good at their area. Like they hire specifically, but this class they needed somebody, and I was the closest thing to do it. So it's an elective.
I understand how to pronounce Keynesian.
There you go. Yeah.
Did I do it right? Is it Keynesian economics?
Keynesian.
Keynesian, Jiminy.
Oh, you got it wrong, dummy.
You can tell
You're
how
so stupid,
you can tell
Reese.
how great I got in economics.
Reese is so stupid.
Hey,
Eric,
I remember you guys talking. This is coming back to me, but I totally remember you guys talking about being Calvinists.
Yes.
When we played with you, because Keith, our old bass player, and I were Calvinists.
Okay.
And I believe I still am, but I'm not positive.
Yeah, it's a trick.
Yes.
Yeah. That was kind of one of those weird youthful we were too over our skis on talking about that stuff.
Yeah.
So I would never.
As most young Calvinists are.
Correct. Yeah, I fell into that same stupid trap.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, Joe, there are things, the way we behaved when we were younger, that we regret. I mean, like, I remember when Plankeye had I think we got the cover of some magazine. It was a big deal for us. And they
CCM.
I don't remember which. I think it might have been 7 Ball. Yeah,
All the above.
Yeah, I know we never got CCM, but and I remember we did the interview, and they just totally emphasized that we were Calvinists, right? And like in the story, that was the story, and we were like, whoa, like that was weird. That of all the things that we talked about, that was the thing. So then we got pegged as these whatever.
Yeah, well, the Presbyterians were like, oh, finally, there's a band for us.
Yeah.
Who is this Plankeye? I've been listening to Strauss.
Who is this Plankeye by which you speak? Eric, I forget what I was going to say.
That's all right.
Reese. So
yeah,
we were talking about how smart you were and how dumb Reese was. Yep. Every month, the third week of every month on our podcast, we do. And I just said podcast, really weird. On the podcast, here on the podcast, we do a math problem of the month.
Oh, geez.
And
Joe, I'm for this.
We have failed at every single math problem. And they're not hard math problems.
They are if you've been drinking. Okay, let's just throw that out there. Not that I would.
You're not proposing that we're going to do one right now, are you?
No.
Okay.
No. You are here to relax and just listen to the soothing sounds of our voices. But just that was what I was thinking when you were talking about school and stuff and how smart these kids are and all that. Is Reese is like 54 years old, I'm 47, and we can't do like basic math. I can do addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Start adding fractions in. That's what next week is going to be. Next week is going to be a fraction problem.
I can do fractions. It's algebra. He throws in like some word problem algebra, and I'm like,
Eric, the last one we did last month, 34 minutes we went at this problem.
This is how smart our podcast is, Eric. We've been building up this for a year that Joe and I are going to mix these liquors and drink them. So Fireball.
Oh, boy.
Jägermeister.
Oof.
Southern Comfort.
Oh, terrible.
Yeah. It's called the 7 Nips of the Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Uga. Rumble Mints.
Oh, my Lord. Yeah.
This UV blue raspberry thing. And Smirnoff, red, white, and berry. We're gonna mix them together and drink them. That's how smart this podcast is.
I'm gonna real quick mute Reese so he can't hear me. So he's muted. That's why I've been trying to put this off for a year. I don't want to do it, but
yeah,
I told him that I would next month.
How would you not want that in your body? I look at it every time we podcast, and I'm like, what am I doing to my life?
I
need that in me now.
I don't want to.
No.
Just to finish on the math problem of the month. So last month we did this one, 34 minutes we tried to do it. So we got to the point where we were getting angry. We called a friend of mine who is the smartest man I know. His name's Brett Nelson. He's a police officer who works with the FBI. And he is also a farmer, and he was in like 20-degree weather, changing a tire outside on the side of the road. Answered my phone call while he's under the car, like working on this tire thing, and he's like, what's the problem? I gave him the math problem. He solved it in 13 seconds.
Yeah.
While changing a tire on the side of the road in extreme cold and snowing. And Reese and I couldn't do it in 34 minutes.
Not at all.
So the fact that you are a teacher, my friend, is amazing. I want to go back. I told you if you wanted to be on the show, We don't have to rehash anything you don't want to rehash.
Yeah, whatever.
But
Yeah.
but the one thing that I never knew was I always like origin stories.
Yeah.
And you don't have to go in depth or anything like that. But what is the origin story of Plankeye? I know when we first met, I know that you said that you had written some songs for a ska band called the Knuckle Brothers.
Oh, I think I wrote one riff for them because my friend was in the band. Yeah.
That's sweet.
He took one of my riffs. Yeah, they were like a local ska band. Yeah.
And they became huge after that. They became No Doubt.
Well, the guy, what's his name? Eric Stefani? Is that the guy's name?
Yeah. Glenn's brother. He drew for The Simpsons.
Yeah, he was an original Knuckle Brother. That's true.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah,
You're kidding, dude.
Wait, hold on. Is that right? Dang, now maybe the Knuckle Brothers played with No Doubt. I don't even remember.
Say that for the mythology of our podcast.
I might be mixing that up. It might be. I think it's the case that Knuckle Brothers and No Doubt might have played shows together. I did go to a show one time when I was in high school because my friend was in the Knuckle Brothers, and it was a No Doubt show before they were.
That's like, pretty rad, dude.
Yeah, and everybody was like in love with Gwen Stefani. I thought she was like the prettiest girl of all time.
Still to this day. Holy smoke.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed, brother. So what's the origin story of Plankeye? How'd you guys all get together?
You're not original though. You came
I'm not
after it was found.
Correct,
right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. So what happened was
we never played with Plankeye without you.
Yeah.
There was like 4 or sometimes 5 guys.
Yes. So when I was in
Ryan from Stage Acre join up with y'all?
Yeah, that's right. And Ryan's still a good friend of mine. So basically in high school, I was in a band with Ryan, and we had a little high school band called The Vigils. And then, The Vigils was meant to be kind of like more of a kind of Fugazi-esque type band. And then one day Ryan announced we're a hardcore band. And I was like,
just on stage, he's like, we're hardcore now.
And I was like,
he starts tuning down.
Yeah. So he basically was like, we're going to be a hardcore band. And I was like, okay. I didn't care. I was just in high school playing guitar. And so I didn't even know I never listened to hardcore ever. And so he had to like teach me, even though I was like way better guitar player, Ryan had to teach me how to like do like crunch chords, like, right. And so I had to like learn how to palm mute and all that. And so we started
drop D,
all the stuff, And so we, a band called Outnumbered, which was a hardcore band. And the hardcore band was playing shows out here with like Focus and all that. There was this like little mini movement called Spirit-Filled Hardcore, right?
Yes, I remember this.
And I just did it because it was something to do. I wanted to be the Vigils, right? And so then we started playing shows with Plankeye. So Plankeye would play as a 3-piece with all these hardcore shows. And I got to know the guys and they liked my guitar playing. And then at one point they're like, hey, would you want to join our band? And then Ryan and all them are like, yeah, you should do that, Eric, because you're not a Spirit-Filled Hardcore dude. And so that's
you're more of a Vigils guy.
Yeah. And so
Plankeye, the Rosary.
Yeah, they already did a record, like a demo that Tooth and Nail put out.
Okay.
And then I joined, like I toured that record with them and played those songs, but I didn't touch those songs. I had nothing to do with them. And then
Plankeye did. Their first album,
the first record where I started writing and contributing was The Spark. So second record. And then from then we were Plankeye, and so the public face of Plankeye beyond sort of Southern California was the 4 of us. But yeah, technically it was a three-piece before I joined.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys, the Insiders started. I had no clue that there was like this alternative Christian scene. So in Detroit, whether you were a Christian band or not, and I don't think there were, if there were, I didn't know of them. Like we were the only Christian band that I knew of.
Yeah.
And we just played normal shows. I didn't know that there was this whole kind of underground alternative. And then this club opened in Detroit called The Fringe. And you guys, it was you, 7 Day Jesus, and I think Black Eyed Siva.
Yeah. That sounds right. Or
my label mates.
Mortal?
Was it?
It wasn't Mortal, because I didn't meet those guys until they were full Jandura.
Okay.
And so I'm pretty sure it was. It was. I know it was Plankeye and 7 Day.
Okay.
And then I think Black Eyed Siva was there. Maybe not.
Yeah,
but
we did.
You guys were the first show that we were like, wait, hey, we heard that there's this club, this Christian club, and the city's called Livonia. And so the night that you guys were playing, we jumped in our trumpet players. He had a little like Datsun. Remember those trucks? Like a little Datsun pickup truck.
Got
and
40 miles to the gallon.
Yeah. And so 3 guys were up in the cab. I had to lay in the back. Yeah. I laid in the bed of the truck, and it was like a half-hour, 40-minute drive. Laid in the bed of the truck. It was freezing rain.
Ooh, geez,
all the way to the show. And then we got there, and it was freaking amazing. You know, like I said, those 3 bands, it was great. We left there loving it. I got back in the truck bed and laid down so the cops didn't see me. And then we drove back home. And like after that, we were like, all right, we gotta ramp up this Insiders thing. Like, did you see that club? We could play that club and all that stuff. So yeah, you guys were like the first like alternative like of the Christian music that was introduced to me. I thought it was freaking fantastic.
That's cool to hear.
Tony Weatherly.
Yeah. And then the I know there's probably a lot of stuff in between, but then you guys, your Relocation album.
Yeah.
And I know you guys, when you just told us about your being a teacher and you had a calling to go to this school and you've had multiple job offers and you continue to stick to your guns where you believe you should be.
Yeah.
I heard you do an interview with my man from EDL. You did
Ted.
What's EDL stand for?
Everyday Life.
Okay. Yeah. I think, was that like a recent podcast?
Yeah, it was like I listened to it during COVID. Oh. So it was at least like 2021, I think, that I listened to it. And you went over in depth of like the end of Plankeye. You guys still had contracts and you wanted to make sure that contract was fulfilled. And you guys were just grinding to pay that back. Yeah. And hearing about how you feel with being a teacher and you believe in something, you stand for something. And then same thing with those contracts back. Like listening to that, I was like, holy smoke. Like I had no clue that you guys went through that.
Yeah.
You guys listen, if just Google it, the podcast with Ted from EDL, and Eric was on that. He did a podcast for a while. It had tons of big names of all like, people from the scene back in the day. I highly recommend listening to Eric's. It was fantastic. And so you don't have to go all the way back through all that stuff. But I thought it was freaking amazing. And that Relocation album that came out was absolutely phenomenal. I was listening to it on the way home from work today. Absolutely phenomenal.
I remember it coming out and just being like, what? Scott left? This is bad. They're not going to sound good. And then that album is by far the best.
The best.
Plankeye album. Like just our whole band was just like, holy geez. Like Scott was holding you back.
Yeah.
I think that there was a real grace in that record for me and Luis because of all the stuff. And
do you want to talk about that? About the stuff?
Well, just I mean the way that the band ended and all. I mean, like it was a tough time, right? And as you know from that previous podcast, it wasn't the case that me and Luis were trying to like hold on to something. We would have been happy to have been like, good riddance, right? Like, but we just had a lot of debt. I mean, dude, we had a lot of debt and all kinds of things.
How is the debt held? It was like in credit cards, or you owed parents, you owed family members?
Credit cards, and we had a note, on the truck and the sound system. We had a lot of financial responsibilities.
And you owned your own sound system.
Yeah, we owned that. We owned a truck, a sound system, and all that stuff. And it's just, we were, and the thing about it is like Plankeye was going a certain way, and then it's, it slowed down, right? So like the revenue, we couldn't sustain the stuff. So yeah, the long story short is Luis and I stopped getting paid from Plankeye, and we just went and got jobs. And then on the weekends we'd play spot dates, and we would just pay down. And it took us 2 years, but we paid down over $100,000 in debt.
Like from playing shows, or out of pocket from having jobs?
Oh, no. We from shows, right? So what we would do is we just, we're both married at the time. So I had a job at a local restaurant. I was a busboy, and then I would work during the week. And then on the weekends, we would do these little spot dates, and we'd play like a Friday, Saturday gig. We'd pay ourselves $100, $200. And then anything above that, we would just apply to debt. And we just started with the credit cards, because they were the most, servicing the interest on the debt on credit cards is a disaster. And then we started going to the sound system. And then once we were done with the debt, we were done with Plankeye. And then, but the mercy was that when we did relocation, it was just me and Luis and Gene Eugene, who I don't know if you guys know who Gene Eugene. He
did all our albums.
Yeah, and he was, he was special to us, and we did that record. We hired Frank Lenz to play drums with us on it, and
he's okay.
Yeah, and the thing about it is like Luis and I, we didn't write that record and think, dude, we just freaking nailed it. Let's go. We were like, well, so hopefully it's cool. Hopefully people like it. We were like broken down, and I think that God blessed us with some good songs. I mean, there's songs on there that I don't like, but there are some songs that we were given that I think were a real mercy, and people respect them, and that helped us. And it was a grace. It was a grace. I mean, I wrote Goodbye in about 30 minutes.
Jeepers.
That's a banger.
I remember I was in my apartment, and it was just like, here it is. I sat there, I wrote it on my acoustic, I wrote the lyrics, I wrote the bridge, I wrote everything. And it was like 30 to 45 minutes. Lyrics, everything. That doesn't happen that often. It was a gift.
Yeah, man. It's so good.
So, Eric, the song Goodbye. So
yes.
Nobody listening to this show knows this, but I'm a police officer. They all think I'm a roofer.
Joe, you're not supposed to spill the beans.
But they're not going to know. That'll be edited out. So I'm a police officer. So I started in Detroit. Well, when you graduate the academy in Detroit, they hand you a card. And because it's so dangerous, you have to fill out all your funeral information, because every shift could be your last. And so you have this funeral card that you fill out, and it said music. And so Goodbye is the song for my funeral that will be played at my funeral. And for like my wife knows it, my kids know it. That is crazy. I love that song. That is a fantastic song, man.
That is very, very encouraging to me. Thank you for sharing that. That's crazy.
Oh, heck yeah. I was driving home today, and I was like, well, I want to give it another listen. It's probably been I'd probably say it's been 5 months since I listened to that to that song, because it pops up in different playlists that I have. But I'm like, I want to give this a listen. Every time I hear it, man, it's like funeral. I just listen to the words. I'm like, this thing, it is just an amazing song.
Wow.
Joe, you might want to talk to your wife and kids, because they told me it was Fat Bottom Girls.
Everything Sucks by Real Big Fish.
Yeah. That's cool. Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah. It's so good. And then in that album, I get fixated. Heidi, my wife always says that I have audio autism because I get hyper focused on like a song, and I'll listen to a song for months and months and months and months and months.
Yeah.
And that's how I get with Goodbye. When I start listening to it, I just listen, and I forget about all the other songs on that album. And so I got to go back and listen to the rest of the album, but just hyper focused on Goodbye, and just an amazing song. Well, so you sat down and you're in your apartment writing it. What was, I mean, it's been what, 20, 25 years? What?
More than, I mean, that was 90, I think 99. Yeah, 99. Jeez. I think that record came out.
Almost 30 years.
98 or 99. That was that. Yeah. I know that's wild. That's really wild.
And do you remember, I mean, it's so long ago. Do you remember the thought process? Like, do you remember what the message you were trying to get out of was, or is the message this song? Like you nailed it perfectly.
I just remember feeling, like things were changing, and, life was, there was some big shifts happening, and death was taking forms in my life. And that kind of came out of it. That was the basic sentiment that was, and the song just kind of came. So yeah, that, like, the thing about it is, when I was a young kid, music did something to me that, like, it was just this thing that, like, hit me in a way that, like, I couldn't explain. And music was, I don't know, it was always really important to me, and it would affect me. And I always remember thinking to myself, I want to be able to write music that affects people the way that music affects me. Like, that's the goal for me as a songwriter.
Well, you nailed it.
When you hear stories like that, you're like, dude, because you don't hear it, right? You write a song, people, you don't know. Like, right now, somebody could be driving around America listening to Insiders or a 5 Iron Frenzy song.
Guarantee you that's a no.
Screaming. Oh, actually, Reese, I got to tell you a story real quick. But, like, so the fact that, like, when you get these stories and you hear that a song affects somebody, it makes me very grateful,
Yeah, I hear that.
There was this guy at my church got married a couple months ago, and he got married late. So he married this girl who went through a gnarly divorce. She had 3 kids, and they were pretty young and all that. And the pastor when he did this, the service, started off reading the lyrics to a 5 Iron Frenzy song, because he was saying something like, when he met this guy back in the day or whatever, this was his song, or I forget how he set it up. It was masterful. And at first he was just kind of like joking around, right? And then by the end of the sermon, he brought back that song, and it was like, whoa. I gotta try to see if I can find that out, because it's one of those stories you're like, yeah, a 5 Iron Frenzy song was in this, and it was a beautiful.
It's probably better if you don't.
Okay,
I believe you, but you don't want that poison in your mind.
Walked into the bar and she was right there waiting, leaning up against a bar when she was perpetrating. I think it was that song. This is what he's trying to think of.
Basically,
it was actually really, really cool, and it was in a wedding where it was like. It was a great, beautiful wedding too. It wasn't like, okay, it was so they're
still married?
Well, no, they just got married, right? Like,
oh, okay. So we got our fingers crossed.
They're a weekend.
They didn't jinx it with 5 Iron.
3 months in, 3 months.
All right. There's still time for the jinx to take effect.
Yes. So
wow. That is fantastic.
Yeah.
Dude.
I'm glad. Joe. I mean, it's good to know that good people doing that kind of work is a good thing.
Trying.
Yeah.
It's definitely a different mission field,
Yeah, but it is a mission field.
Absolutely. No, I take I take a slant on it where it's you see a lot of horrible stuff, and I've always felt that. I know this sounds corny. I've actually never talked about this on the show, but I always feel like I want to take it on. I don't want other people to. And so if there's stuff that people shouldn't be seeing, I would rather be the one that has to go in and do that, or that situation rather than somebody else, you know, and
like a Green Mile.
Reason,
It's
yeah,
like a Green Mile vibe.
yeah. Like I go to sleep every night. I sleep through the night. I don't have nightmares. I don't, as far as where my life is now, I talk to therapists. I make sure I have a very healthy support system and getting things out. I don't have nightmares. I don't have PTSD that I know of that have played out. I mean, maybe I do goofy stuff because of stuff, but as far as being like a negative in my life, you know, maybe a little hitch in my giddy up here or there, but, not in the way that I treat people, not in the way that I look at, you know, I look at things. So I feel like I've been blessed with like this hedge of protection around me, and I would rather take that stuff on than somebody else who has to maybe.
Here's a fancy theological term for you: kenosis. You know, have you heard of that?
I think I heard it at the beginning of this show, didn't I?
Kenosis, yeah, like Philippians 2, Jesus emptied himself. It's kenosis. Is that so there's a sense in which taking on a kenotic posture is you're emptying yourself for the sake of others. So read Philippians 2. That's what you're doing.
I'll do so tonight. I'll do so as soon as this podcast is over.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I don't want to, you know, like trying to add to what Joe has said, but like he has chosen a noble profession, and I cook meth.
Yes,
is what I do for a living.
No,
it's pretty cool. I feel like
he's in the medical field.
Yeah,
I kenosis people. Yeah. They're like, I have to like get in there with the fumes and stuff, and like I could catch on fire. Do they care? No. All they want is their next hit. It's
Eric,
fine.
The crazy thing is what he's joking about. The guitar player to the Insiders. I don't know if you remember him, Kyle. Actually cooked meth when the Insiders broke up. He was caught in Indiana.
No way.
With the largest, at that time, the largest crystal meth bust in Indiana state history.
No way. Yeah. I know, records.
Yeah.
Record. I think you should say, like when you guys play, we are record breaking. The Insiders are record.
Yeah, we don't have to say what. It's not like we had the most spins on streaming.
You know? Yeah, we think he is. I think he might be in some public housing.
Yeah, we don't know.
Public housing or public orange uniform.
Wow. He's not incarcerated. He is out. But I'm not exactly for sure how things are going.
He may also be a sponsor of our podcast.
Yeah.
Kyle.
When the Insiders, like our end of it, like the Insiders ended my involvement. So basically we were kind of coming to the end. We could see the writing on the wall. You know, Scott was basically like the fad and the wave was crashing. Yes. And you're just not getting those shows anymore, and you're not getting
what?
Yeah, exactly. These guys trying to milk a stone every weekend.
What do you mean ska's over? What?
Wait a sec.
I gotta start planning better.
Yeah. You're like, I have 2 shows this weekend. What do you mean?
That's next weekend.
Play, right?
Yeah, we're playing in Seattle and Portland in 2 weeks.
But what I've heard is that Five Iron Frenzy has like a huge cult following.
It's crazy.
They do.
It's stupid.
Like it's like still have like what hundreds or even thousands of people come to shows.
Let's say hundreds.
And Eric, here's what's crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's cool.
Yeah, Eric, here's what's crazy. The guys that you used to see on stage dressed up as Klingons and Star Trek members and all sorts of stupid stuff, their fans like work at NASA. Their fans like own like Fortune 500 companies. Like insiders fans are like assistant managers at credit unions, or or they're laying drywall, they're laying sheetrock. They're in the service industry. His fans, they put out like hey, we're gonna put out all the 5 Iron albums on vinyl. We're only printing 50 of them, and they're gonna be $600 each. Boop, gone. All of them sold out. 3 minutes.
That's cool.
I'll take it. It is good.
There's a few bands that have like maintained some kind of like Starflyer still has. I saw that Starflyer. I still see Jason 2 or 3 times a year, and there's like 250,000 listens a month on Spotify.
Jeepers.
And I was like, what? And I looked up Plankeye, and it's like 8,000. And I just put in context like how much interest he still gets. It's incredible.
Wow.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That brings up a question that I want to ask you. Like back in the day, so like us, we came from Detroit, and in Detroit, we were kind of like the only like, Christian-y band from the state of Michigan. It was kind of us, the Deluxe Tone Rockets. There was another band called Buck, and
Chevelle.
No, Chevelle's from Chicago.
No, I say Chicago.
Yeah. And so
Kid Rock, he was also like
but whenever Suicide Machines, but whenever we would go out to California, like that SoCal scene was like thick as thieves. Like,
oh yeah.
So from the outside coming in, it was just like a wall. We were just all kind of like, hands in pockets, kicking rocks. Like, we'll never crack into that nut. Yeah. But fast forward 20, 25 years, 30 years, you just said that you see people around. Do you still see as many people like in that scene? Like all those tooth and nail bands, all those guys, are you running into them at the grocery store?
I still see Tim Tabor quite a bit running into him.
My boy.
I see
going down to Dick Churches.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, he's kind of cool. I see Jason, Ryan Denise, still a good friend of mine. I see Luis, obviously, and Adam from Plankeye. So there's some people, and then actually just the other day I saw Steve Dale. When I went over to Jason's house, and he's recording his son, and Steve Dale was hanging out from Project.
That's rad.
And then I see Alex from Project's daughter goes to the school I teach at. So occasionally I see Alex. So
that's cool.
Yeah, there's like, there's like little overlap here and there, and some, but there's not.
Are you like, hey man, I'm going to get outnumbered back together.
Wow.
When you see him?
Yeah.
Thinking about it?
He still plays music, I used to see the safe. I do. Yeah, I do.
What are you doing musically? I want to know about this.
I put out music under the name Fielding.
Okay.
So I got some records out under the name. Like the last one I put out is called Rags of Light, and it's Fielding. It's called Rags of Light, but I put that record out in 2019. So it's been a minute. I have other records, but I got to figure out how to record them. But yeah, I put out a few Fielding records, and so yeah.
What do you mean? You're like a borderline genius. Do you have Logic? You have $200?
Dude, I'm actually the most idiotic.
Bro.
Like, I don't know anything about anything like that. So I always record with friends. Yeah.
Okay. You got to do this. Like, do you have a Mac?
I do.
Okay. Then pay the $200, get Logic.
Yeah.
You just watch YouTube. It'll tell you everything you need to know. That's super intuitive, super easy. You can like there's like an AI drummer. You're just like, I need a drum part, and then I'll write the guitar part, and it'll do it.
I can't do it, man. I can't do the AI drummer.
Fight the power, Eric. Don't give in to his peer pressure.
I'm so worried about some of those things in terms of like, hey, just write a book and then put your name on it, and AI wrote it. I'm like, no, like that stuff.
No. you just use it to write, and then you are like, then you go get a real drummer, and you're like, hey man, play something better over this. And they will.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
I mean, I've always written
Go get Adam.
with just me and an acoustic, and that's it. That's how I write.
Okay.
So, but yeah,
that is very easy to record.
I got some friends that are Detroiters, that like actually one of the guys did one of my fielding records. His name is Ben West.
Oh yeah, Ben played with us before too.
Yeah, so Ben's a friend of mine, and he lives in Detroit and Nashville now, but he did one of my records with me.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I'd love to do something with him again. He's pretty busy now. Like he became a pretty like he's amazing.
He's like written for Pink.
That's right.
Yeah, he did like Pink, and he's done some other pretty big.
Yeah, he's a special dude.
Yeah. I remember. I don't want to say that like we had anything of like giving him his break. Obviously, he is who he is, and he's a go-getter. But I remember he was like a music director at one of the churches by us, and I show up at practice one day, and all of a sudden there's Ben, and he's got a keyboard. And it's like, who's this guy? And they're like, oh, this is Ben. He's going to play keys for us when we tour over the summer. Because like a lot of our Scalleluja stuff had keys in the background. And then obviously when we played live, they weren't there. So Ben came with us. And I think the year that we played main stage at Cornerstone, he came and he played. And then like at Creation, he played.
Yeah.
And then, and then he kind of did stuff with us over the summer. And then the next thing we know, it's all of a sudden he's writing for Pink, and he's like, we're like, what in the world?
Yeah.
So, he's such a good dude.
Special guy.
Yeah.
He just did that. You guys heard of that Steven Wilson Jr. guy? He's married to Lee Nash from
Sixpence.
Yeah. That guy put out a record a couple years ago called Son and Dad. And Ben produced it, and it's a cool record. It's a cool, it's like a kind of country-ish, but kind of like Bruce Springsteen-y rock and roll country, but cool stuff. That's one of the most recent records that Ben's produced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So music, you were telling us at the beginning, like you've always been like drawn to music and gotten like a ton out of it. Yeah. Is that still you to this day? Like, are you still involved in music?
Oh yeah.
Like, are you listening to new stuff that comes out? Because I've got set where like, I listen to everything that I listened to from 1993 to 1999. That's 80% of what I listen to.
Yeah. No, I still listen to, like, I made a, favorite songs of 2024 playlists and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I still go to shows, and I like going to concerts and seeing live music, and I like finding music. I mean, music still hits me. Like if I hear a good track, I love it. So it's just I play the guitar pretty much every day of my life.
Really? Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, like just I love it. And thank God all my kids are really musical too.
That's rad.
Yeah.
How many kids do you have?
I have 3. Yeah.
And they play music? What do they play?
Yeah, so my son, my wife and I didn't start having kids until like we were married 10 years. So we've been married 25 years.
Good move.
And then so our son is 15. He plays drums. My daughter's 12, almost 13. She plays piano, and she's really good. Mm-hmm. And then my youngest daughter's 9, and she plays guitar and drums, and they all have like my wife is very musical too. So, we got some. Wow. We could do like a Balmer family band. We got.
I feel like you should do a Balmer family band.
Yeah.
Like every year, put out like a Christmas record.
Like we
and
literally
just send that out.
My son's a good enough drummer though. Like where I could say, let's play. So
yeah,
but he thinks I'm a big dork. So
They all do.
They'll grow out of it.
Like they all do. What's funny is my kids thought this, like they do think the same thing. They just think I'm a big goofball. And my daughter, my youngest, she was probably 15 years old. She went to a camp in Wisconsin, like a church camp, and she hurt her thumb. And so the camp took her to the hospital, and she was wearing my girls at some point in their life, they got into merch boxes, like old Insider stuff. So they divvied up. My girls have Insider shirts for days. Like they'll go an entire week wearing a different Insider shirt or a hoodie every single day. It's the weirdest thing. So my daughter goes to the hospital for her thumb. The doctor comes in and he's like, Insiders? She's like, yeah. And he's like, how do you know the Insiders? And she's like, oh, my dad's in it. And he's like, your dad's in the Insiders? Who's your dad? And she's like, well, he was the singer. And he's like, your dad's Joe Yerke? And she's like, yeah. And then he looks and he sees she's Mia Yerke. And so here she is in the middle of Wisconsin, goes to a hospital, and this doctor is telling my daughter about concerts that he went to. And she said that's when she realized that I was kind of cool back in the day.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
So I was like, yeah, finally I get a win.
For sure.
Eric, before we let you go, we're almost coming up on an hour. I don't want to take any more of your time. It's a Monday night. I'm a big Notre Dame fan, so they're playing tonight.
That's right.
In the Natty. But I wanted to bring up one last story, and it's always a funny one to me, is that when we were on that Plankeye tour, we had no clue. We had no clue that the Atkins diet was a thing.
Yeah.
And it had just come out, and I remember being on tour, and a bunch of the guys in your band, not you, because you were always skinny. You were always skinny. But a bunch of the guys in your band were on Atkins. And I remember after this one show, they had like 3 party subs in the back. And we get out and play, and then we get off stage, we go in the back, and I go to grab a piece of this party sub, and it's just bread and veggies. I'm like, what? I'm like, who got a veggie sub? Like, that's weird. And I go to the next one, and I'm like, is this one turkey? It's just veggies. I go to the next one, all veggies. I'm like, what in the world is going on here? And I'm like, and it suddenly clicks with me. I think Scott was like laughing his butt off.
Yeah.
And he's like, we ate all the meat off of it. And I was like, what do you mean you ate the meat out? He's like, we're on the Atkins diet. I was like, I don't care. Where's the rest of the, like, I'm not eating bread and vegetables. Like, I'm not doing that. No. And they had gone and eaten all the meat off all the subs and just left us bread and veggies. And like every show we went to that had like a sub for after the show, all the meat was gone. I was
not just
I was so angry.
Like the other people were cleaning it up, or it was just on that tour?
Just on that tour. On that tour. Yeah.
You had to like start buying your own cold cuts.
Yeah,
so
we were like, come on.
Yeah, Scott was big into that. And then Luis and his wife too. Yeah. Me and Adam never did it.
We dabbled in it, and I remember we had a tour that we somehow, like, a guy at our label got us sponsored by Power Bar, and we were like, bro, this is it. I can eat Power Bars for breakfast and lunch, and then the place, they provide us dinner. I'm going to lose all this weight. I don't have to spend any money on food. And about 20 days into the tour, everybody was just shitting blood, like so constipated, just like, oh my God, Power Bars. There's just Power Bars just blocking everything.
Wasn't that Brett Barker had to go into the hospital? And
I think it was from the Power Bar.
A length of his intestines taken out because he was just full Power Bars.
The trumpet player for the W's, Brett Barker. And sometimes Supertones.
Yeah. Yeah, he did play in the Supertones. It's funny, someone posted a video the other day of our trombone player, Sang Kim, playing. Okay, let me set this up. Sang, the Insiders and the Supertones were playing at like a festival. We didn't know Sang was playing for the Supertones. So we show up and we're like, Sang, you're here. Like, what are you doing, buddy? Like, you haven't been at any of our practices. And he's like, I'm playing with the supertones. We were like, what?
Sorry, I traded up, bud.
Yeah. So doesn't tell us, just shows up as a supertone. And then during like our songs, just comes out on stage and starts playing our stuff. We're like, what in the world is going on here?
He's like, I don't even need to practice. I'm saying.
Doesn't at all. Well, Eric, we are hitting the hour mark. I truly, heartfelt, man, heartfelt. I was worried about tonight. I was worried that the person that I was back in the day, hopefully, I was worried that I left a bad taste in your mouth. And when you said that you would come on the show, I was like, oh yeah, there's hope. There's hope. And coming forward and seeing how many people that we walked arm in arm with as soldiers through the 90s that have fallen away from the faith, to know that you are still a man of God and just amazing and inspiring and just continuing to do it and live for the Lord, I think is freaking fantastic. It's not a story we hear about a lot on our podcast. It's our podcast, our listeners are usually people who have turned away from the faith, that they keep listening to us because we're who they listened to in the 90s. And
Joe thinks I believe in transvestite witchcraft.
This guy has said the weirdest stuff on this show that I don't even think Reese knows what he believes anymore. But
I totally know.
But again, Eric, I just want to thank you. I was so worried with you coming on, and I respect you. I love your music.
Thanks, brother.
I think you're a great dude, man. And I just I'll stop talking here. But thank you so much for coming on the show.
It was my pleasure. It's good seeing a couple faces from many, many ages ago.
Yeah, I packed on a few pounds, but hopefully you could forgive me.
We all happens to us. Reese is looking good. That hair, you still got a nice head of hair.
Dude, I found a gray hair this morning, though.
It's fake. Yeah. He got transplants. He got plugs.
I did.
He's got plugs, and you can't see. He voluntarily installed a colostomy bag.
I did.
Voluntarily. Like, I didn't need one. They just,
I had a penile reduction. Did I tell you that? I had to get it reduced.
This guy.
Are you still in Colorado?
No, I live in Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah, I married a girl from out here, so I've been out here for about 13 years.
Okay.
In the Shenandoah Valley.
It's nice, right?
It's no Colorado, but it's okay.
Oh, okay. And Joe, are you still up in Detroit?
Yes, I'm north of Detroit, but yes, I'm in Detroit. Yeah.
Okay. That's tough living. That's cold.
Oh, it's real cold. Me and Reese were doing this thing before. This is the temp right now here.
Oh man.
But what does it feel like?
Feels like -5.
Jeepers.
Let's see what we got. That's almost what I got going on here.
See what Southern California is like.
Long Beach. 60.
60. Oh, that's hoodie weather.
6 o'clock.
Oh, you got 8.
Yeah. 60.
Yeah.
5, 6. Yeah. Anyway,
it's so nice.
Much love to you, my brothers. All the best. No.
Absolutely. Hey, if you're ever in Michigan, if you come up here to meet with Ben or you and your wife and the kids just want a vacation, come on up and hang out and have a good time, man. You got a place to stay. You got meals. You got laundry, anything you need, man, on the house. Just let me know.